Welcome to Coco's Corner. I'm the huge one, Dave Coco from Kocosports.com, KOCOsports.com. It's where the world comes to get gas, where it's okay to be a passionate fan, and you're home for combat sports. Jerry and David Cooey have been busting their asses on Kocosports.com, so hey, go check it out. Now, this is the weekly Impact Wrestling review. I saw on Facebook, Andy Paps gave it an 8 out of 10. I saw Phil Never Give Up say, hey, the spoilers were leaked. So down in the comments, put win, loss, or tie what you thought of this Impact. I have given Impact a win on their last pay-per-view, the last 2, maybe 3 weeks, but definitely last 2 or 3 shows, giving them wins. I have to give it a loss. I have to give it a huge loss. We cannot give spoilers as a reason why we're not shacked in bad booking. It seems like it's like, oh, well, we knew the spoilers. I didn't know the spoilers. Know how I knew the fucking spoilers? I watched the segments. Let's go over the Jeff Hardy segment, shall we? Jeff Hardy. Oh, Kurt Angle. Oh, please, let me massage your balls. Please come back as Jeff Hardy. Segment 2. Is Jeff Hardy going to come back and win the Rumble? Segment 3. No one else can win but Jeff Hardy. Segment 4. Jeff Hardy's balls taste like strawberries. Segment 5. Jeff Hardy has won the Battle Royal. Mike today, that actually has not aired yet. Segment 6. Go watch Jeff Hardy, the winner of the Battle Royal at New York City. Segment 7. Okay, the Battle Royal is about to begin. I think we give Impact a break because they're not live. I think we give Impact a break because, oh, spoilers. Bullshit. I didn't know the fucking spoilers, and I fucking knew Jeff Hardy was winning that goddamn Battle Royal. I go out of my way to avoid spoilers because I want to know what it's like. So, besides the Jeff Hardy thing, I would give this a tie. I would give it a tie, but with the Jeff Hardy thing, I absolutely hate Jeff Hardy, but that's not even why I'm giving it the loss. I'm giving it the loss because if you didn't know the spoilers, they gave you the spoilers. If you watched that spoiler-free, there's no fucking way you didn't know Jeff Hardy was killing it. There's no way. There's no fucking way. You could be like, oh, well, it's pre-recorded. Bullshit. You still have to put on a good show for those that avoid spoilers. All right, I'm giving it a loss. Please, in the comments, put win, loss, or tie. You know what? And I've been high on Impact, and I noticed I made a mistake every time. Thursday Night Wars, whatever show I watch first usually sucks. The last 2 weeks I've watched NXT first, and it sucked. This week I watched Impact first, and it sucked. Here's the thing: maybe I should say which show I'm going to show first, because as of now, whatever show I watch first is usually the worst one. And this week I did watch Impact first. And I did not enjoy it. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was bad. Yeah, I'm trying to be positive. Last week, good. The week before that, good. Pay-per-view, good. This week was fucking horrible. It was basically, New York is coming. The only good thing, saving grace of the Jeff Hardy situation is, I didn't read spoilers, and I was praying to Terry Funk. I was like, dear Terry Funk, Jeff Hardy literally stunk up Tokyo in the Tokyo Dome at Wrestle Kingdom 5. Please do not let this be the main event at Tokyo. It cannot. It cannot. There's no way. There's no way. And then they're like, next week in New York City. I'm like, fuck you, New York. You got that shit. Suck a dick. So, and who knows? I heard the New York crowd was freaking hot as hell. But, we'll see. We'll see. But all right, let's break this down. Kurt Angle cuts a promo, and he does an Eric Bischoff. Eric Bischoff used to, and anyone who watched Monday Night Wars or as old as me to remember the Monday Night Wars, Eric Bischoff used to give spoilers out to WWE's show as kind of a dick move to try to get ratings. Kurt Angle took a book out of Eric Bischoff. He's like, I'm cutting a promo. Listen, everyone, Jeff Hardy's going to win the Battle Royal, okay? All right, so please act surprised. Please, if everyone that's watching this show live and on television, if you could act surprised that Jeff Hardy won the Battle Royal, that would really help us out. That was Kurt Angle's promo. Thanks, Kurt Angle. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. All right, Wolves beat Magnus and Brand to retain the TNA Tag Team Championships. The The Wolves are the best thing on Impact Wrestling right now, in my opinion. They do not have many good opponents. Magnus and Bram should not have won the titles. I know in New York City they're going to take on the Hardys, so I'm excited about that. But to me, it seems like the Wolves are the best thing about Impact and TNA. But to me, it seems they don't really have any real competition. Like, for real, if Bram and Magnus won the titles, how much would you punch yourself in the balls? Me? Multiple times. It's like the Wolves and nobody else. The Wolves better keep the title forever. We better have a fucking title run longer than shit. Now, this might surprise people. This got good reviews. This guy used to be part of my fucking posse. I love this man, but really, you're rewarding bitchness. Austin Aries, the greatest bitch alive, it's my body, it's my vote, defeated Sonata to win the X Division Championship. The match had some great spots. There was just 8 hours of nothing in between those great spots. Maybe I am spoiled and get to watch Dragon Gate. Maybe I'm spoiled and get to watch New Japan. But this is the motherfucking X Division. This used to mean something. This used to be the best goddamn cruiserweight, fast-paced motherfuckers ever. And what do we have? You got Sonata and Austin Aries doing a spot in between 10, 20 minutes of rest holds. I mean, being a little sarcastic, yes, but it's bullshit. This is not a good X Division match. When did the X Division title become a worthless money in the fucking bank? Option C! Option C! The most important title in the fucking company at one time is absolutely meaningless. Now, let's see what Austin Aries has done. Austin Aries stood up for himself and went in the doghouse. Austin Aries bitched about fucking, it's my vote, my body. Fuck you, Austin Aries. If you ever have an opinion about fucking war, don't fucking voice it. If you've never been in fucking... Dude, I fucking hate Austin Aries so fucking bad. Dude, you remember last week, the line of the week was never meet your heroes? Here's a fucking idea, kids. Don't follow your fucking heroes on Twitter, because you find out they're fucking vaginas. That's what you find out. You find... Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. My vote, my body. Wrestling fans shouldn't decide what I do. Meanwhile, what has Sonata done? I don't know. He's only fucking jacked up the fucking ratings on G+. More people are watching on G+. All right, so, yeah, that's a good reason not to reward him. Your biggest show of the year is going to be in Tokyo. The people that you're teaming up with only drew 750 people in the arena. That's basically Madison Square Garden of pro wrestling. Last time, when I asked people about TNA in Japan, I live in Japan, by the way. When I go to the wrestling bars and ask people about TNA, they say, oh, that's where Christopher Daniels used to work. They say, that is the fucking company that ruined Wrestle Kingdom 5. No, Sonata, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's make him lose the fucking title. He's only fucking the key to fucking going to Japan. No, it'd be better because fucking Austin Aries has to carry around this stupid Option C fucking briefcase. Oh, be careful, the fucking X Division title might have a pointy edge. Fucking unbelievable, Austin Aries. Yeah, I just can't fucking believe it. Sometimes, I respect pro wrestlers so much, but sometimes I fucking just look at them and be like, are you fucking for real? Are you fucking for real? This guy bitches about the fans, bitches about the fucking ring, bitches about fucking everything, and it fucking goes. Austin Aries, I better never hear you fucking give a movie review. And I goddamn as sure as fuck better not hear you ever talk about the goddamn military, war, or any fucking thing to do with politics. Because let me tell you, my body, my vote, go fucking serve on the front line. I fucking hate that shit. We live in a goddamn America where you can have a goddamn opinion about something. And fucking how stupid is this? Impact goes on there and says, hey, you know what? We're fucking losing. We're losing bad. We're losing at every aspect of the fucking world. Let's give the fans an option. Let's try to get the fans excited about something. And then Austin Aries and EC3 go on fucking Twitter and cry. Dude, pro wrestling is supposed to be tough. And everyone's like, oh, maybe you're being too hard on Austin Aries. I be completely honest, if I ran TNA, I would cut him. Do that shit. Go to Japan. Go ahead. Bound for Glory. Be like, the ring is too stiff. See what the fuck happens. See how Muda treats you then. See. Go to Wrestle 1 and be like, oh, I think the ring is too stiff. See how you get treated. Unfucking believable. Unbelievable. Austin Aries, never follow your heroes on Twitter. That's what we learned. Goddamn Sonata losing the fucking title. Man, dude, was the X Division used to be something great. And you know what? There's the new TNA fans that be like, it's better than WWE. Fuck you! Sit down! TNA used to be fucking awesome. It used to have great X Division fucking wrestling, but you don't goddamn know that because all you fucking do is hate fucking WWE. How about you fucking start loving TNA and want fucking TNA to be what it can be? How about that? How about that, asshole? Gail Kim defeated Madison Rayne, Angelina Love, and Brittany in a four-way to retain the TNA's knockout title. A lot of people not a big fan of Gail Kim. Huge fan of Gail Kim. I think Gail Kim is one of the most beautiful people in the world and one of the greatest wrestlers in the world. Yeah, so I'm okay with this. I'm kind of getting tired of the beautiful people storyline and all that, but hey, I guess they have to do something. And it seems like they're giving away a lot of stuff. You know, so many title matches, so many. It just seems watered down. Every week there's a title change. Every week everyone's almost in a title match. So I don't know where they're going to go with this women's division. I just know it's kind of like the tag team division and the women's division is in the same fucking spot. I'm so happy for who is champions, but I'm like, who the fuck are they going to wrestle? And if anyone beats Gail Kim, you're going to be like, oh, that fucking they were not worthy of that. Anyone beats the Wolves, like, you're not worthy of that. They really have to, especially before Bound for Glory and they come to Tokyo, they really have to bring up decent opponents for them. You know, like, right now, anyone beats Gail Kim and the Wolves, I'm fucking pissed off. I'm happy that the Wolves and Gail Kim are champs, but who the fuck are they going against? Who? Unless they fucking bring in Japanese talent for Bound for Glory, which is a huge possibility. That would be interesting. And then, oh, wow, Jeff Hardy won a 20-man battle royal. They only gave the spoilers 20 fucking times during the fucking broadcast. Yeah, he wins the TNA World Championship. Dude, everything about this fucking sucks. The only good thing is, fuck you, that's happening in New York. Please. I'm gonna open prayer to my Lord and Savior, Terry Funk. Dear Terry Funk, because that's how prayers start, right? Dear Terry Funk, please, if you could just have Jeff Hardy be cut, become famous as a musician, make him not be able to fly to Tokyo. I don't know. I don't wish ill will on him. I just don't want to see him in Japan ever again. I mean, do you not remember Wrestle Kingdom 5? Do you remember Wrestle Kingdom 5? Terry Funk, you remember Wrestle Kingdom 5, right? Wrestle Kingdom 5! I just hope Jeff Hardy. I don't want to wish ill will on anyone. I hope Jeff Hardy becomes the most successful person at something else that doesn't make the flight to Tokyo. He's like, guess what? I'm starring in fucking Halloween Part 97 as Michael Myers. Great, good, Jeff Hardy. I'm proud of you. Just don't come to Godzilla Island. You fucked up Wrestle Kingdom 5. You don't have to fuck up Bound for Glory. So yeah, Jeff Hardy won a 20-man battle royal, which they gave spoilers to on their website, on their Facebook, and during the broadcast. Way to go, TNA. Hopefully New York does a lot better. Last week, and I know I'm really negative about TNA, but last 2 weeks I would consider wins. And the last pay-per-view I'd consider a win. This is just a fucking loss. They're not even fucking trying. I heard in New York City they tried, so hopefully it happens. Bully Ray also confronts Rhino. Listen, I love ECW. If ECW wasn't around, if ECW did not come out when it came out, I would not be a wrestling fan right now. You know, at that age when I was like, oh, wrestling's not cool, whatever, blah, 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 moving on, I found out someone handed me a cassette tape and said, hey, dude, check out ECW, or VHS back then, I'm old. And I put it in, and I was just like, holy shit, why ain't wrestling this good all the time? And that led to the Attitude Era. So I am a huge ECW fan. I got to watch them live. When I was in the Marine Corps, we got VHS tapes sent to us. It was like, we were so excited, because I was in the infantry, and we got traveled a lot, and all we had was a VCR and a PlayStation 1. Man, I'm fucking old. And that's all we had for entertainment. Like, we'd be out in the middle of the desert, we'd be on a ship, and we would look so forward to watching ECW. It was so great. So I'm a huge ECW fan. With that said, let it go! Let it go! Fucking let's just get rid of it. I love ECW. Matter of fact, I would get an ECW tattoo on my fucking ass. That's how much I love ECW. Just let it go. Let it go. No one gives a shit. I mean, my whole thing is, why not mention their TNA past? I know they're going to New York and they love ECW in the Northeast, but Rhino and Bully Ray have a past in TNA. You could have mentioned that. You notice they never mentioned Rhino had a title? Never. Stop being embarrassed of what you are, TNA, and start having pride in what you are, and start becoming what you deserve to be. You know, it's fucking crazy. Yeah, so Bully Ray confronts Rhino. The only highlight of this was the Bam Bam Bigelow quote. I was the last promoter ever to promote Bam Bam Bigelow, and I don't know if we were close friends, because just like Bam Bam Bigelow said in the quote, when you work at pro wrestling, at the end of your career, you can put 5 people on your hands, and even then, you could be like, "Wow, you're my best friend in pro wrestling." You'd be like, "Yeah, I don't know if I trust him." So I thought the Bam Bam Bigelow quote was awesome, but besides that, just let it go, man. I know you're going back to New York. I know you're trying to sell this shit, have Tommy Dreamer. Just let it go. These guys have been in TNA longer than they've been in ECW. Alright, so please, in the comments below, put win, loss, or tie. We do got some live comments. Thank you for that. We'll get to them right in a second. For me, it's a loss. Alright, Mr. The King says, was I the only one that noticed Sonata blew Aries out of the water? I felt like it was one guy wrestling. Yeah, because his body, his vote. Yeah, no, I actually feel bad for Sonata. If I was a Japanese, like, Kenta is going to be announced to be signed, I think, tomorrow, Japan time. But he's going to be, Hulk Hogan's going to announce that they signed Kenta. If I was Japanese, I wouldn't even bother with North America. I wouldn't even fucking bother. Look at it, Sonata's booked poorly. Okada, the greatest goddamn wrestler going today, booked poorly. Yeah, Kenta. Look at Yoshitatsu. Yoshitatsu, they literally do not know anything about him. They didn't. They didn't know anything. He was just the Japanese guy. He's like, oh, there's the Tajiri guy. They didn't know how good he could wrestle. Nothing. It's fucking sad. Hopefully Kenta changes that. Mr. The King, giving it a huge fucking loss. Very boring. No Samoa Joe. The beautiful people doing sexy poses behind the curtain gone. Aries looked like crap. Oh, his body, his vote. Magnus and Bram looked like crap. Knockouts looked like crap. So, Mr. The King, getting lost. Andy Paps, first Facebook, now YouTube. And now I give Impact a 5.5 out of 10. LOL. I give Impact a tie. Hardy killed it, but the Wolves and Knockouts match saved Impact in my view. So different people have different things. LB Clash of Kings. Next week is NYC Impact taping. So glad. Plus 6-sided ring return. Yeah, and Impact has been on a roll. Hopefully, I heard nothing but I try to avoid spoilers, but I heard nothing but positive things about the New York City shows. I do know one spoiler, but that's because it fucking, you can't avoid all the spoilers, even though I tried. And I'm looking forward to the 6-sided ring. So is our X Division champion. Fucking mails it in. And A-Double and Sonata did a halfway decent match, LOL. Andy Pap said, yeah, no, they did great spots. I don't know if it was a decent match. It was a music video highlight. You bet their best moves in that, put some music behind it, and you're like, holy shit, that was a 5-star match. But you don't realize, take the music video away, it's 10 minutes of Austin Aries going, my body, my vote. Will Beeman says, what's up, Coco Crew? Hope Jeff Hardy wins the TNA World Heavyweight Championship next week. Jeff Hardy fan, Creature, Team Extreme. Will Beeman, why you gotta break my heart? I did not read spoilers, but I would bet against that. But yeah, I'm not a big TNA. I'm not a big Jeff Hardy fan. I didn't like Jeff Hardy in WWE. I didn't like him in North Carolina. I don't like Jeff Hardy. I don't like Jeff Hardy in a box. I don't like Jeff Hardy on the With a Fox. I don't like Jeff Hardy in the rain. I do not like Jeff Hardy on the train. TNA has 2 Money in the Banks, the X Division title and the actual briefcase. Yeah. Will Beeman says, I missed the real X Division. Will Beeman, you're back on my good side. You know what? I was a little upset about the whole I like Jeff Hardy thing, but you know what? I missed the real X Division too. I fucking really do. I strongly agree with the X Division being crazy good. Samoa Joe, Sanjay Dutt, Christopher Daniels, AJ Styles, Jay Lethal, Kenny King, Petey Williams. Put on great matches. I know! Petey Williams retired. Oh, man. It's the X Division great. But you know what I love about the new Impact fans, new TNA fans? If you say old school TNA was way better, they call you a hater. And I'm like, I don't think that's how it works. I don't think that's how it works, you fucking idiot. I've had people tell me that I literally had these conversations with TNA fans. I love old school TNA. The new product fucking suffers beyond belief. And they're like, you're just a WWE fanboy. And I'm like, you're right. You're right. That makes fucking perfect sense. You can't fucking argue that logic. John Cena's a great champion because he won 15 titles. You know what? Yeah, you're right. I'm the fucking wrong one here. I am Mikey, Mike Ashman. Oh, Mike Ashman. X Division is what got TNA to where they always dreamed, and that is being the true alternative. This is the weakest X Division since day one of TNA. Hopefully the fallout of New York City shows for the rest of this. Yeah, hopefully they need to bring it back. And they stop with the fucking option C. It was great for like half a fucking second. It makes me sad that most fans won't or haven't watched TNA Impact Wrestling because of TNA is not WWE, which is stupid because Kurt Angle said in a recent interview that he feels he had better matches. And oh, come on. All right, hold on. LB Clash of the Kings. YouTube decided, you know what? You have to actually go to the video to see the comments. And, sir, I'm not happy with that. All right, here we go. It makes me sad that most fans won't or haven't watched TNA Impact Wrestling because of TNA. It's not WWE, which is stupid because Kurt Angle said in a recent interview that he feels he's had better matches in TNA than in his WWE career, but some fans never watched it because most are only fans of WWE. Yeah, but you can say that about any company. You don't have to say TNA. Even there's people that watch New Japan. There's people. There's probably TNA fans that think Okada sucks because of bad booking. I don't think in ring wise is what people complain about TNA. It's creative. It's always been creative. TNA has always had the athletes. But Kurt Angle said in a recent interview that he feels he's a better match in TNA than WWE career. He's full of shit. Sorry. I love you, Kurt Angle. You're full of shit. You are full of shit. Your best career matches have been in WWE. Fucking no. I think TNA has, at one point, I don't know, it's pretty equal now. At one point, had way better talent than WWE. It's their booking. Their creative fucking sucks. Dude, you literally went out there for 5 segments saying Jeff Hardy was going to win the main event. Not once do I think it was the athletes. And it's funny, the athletes that I do think suck are the ones from WWE. Jeff Hardy. Alright, it's kind of disrespectful to wrestlers when fans say they like them but refuse to watch any of their matches if they are currently in WWE. I'm serious, like, you must really not like your favorite wrestlers if you watch the matches outside of WWE. Yes and no. I could see that point. Yeah, but I also think there's the opposite, Clash of Kings. I think there's people that hate Jeff Hardy, Kurt Angle, but when they come to TNA, love them. I don't understand being loyal to a company, and I don't understand being loyal to a wrestler either. I am always loyal to the idea of this. This is what I'm loyal to. The best wrestlers in the company that are over with the crowd should be champion. I'm over, I believe that in-ring ability should matter. I believe that storylines should be simple and not have plot holes. So, even, I don't know, I'm not loyal to wrestlers. I'm loyal to the idea that the best wrestler should be champion. I'm loyal to the idea of the best in-ring work should be the best company. But there's the opposite. Yeah, I've had people, oh, Jeff Hardy fucking sucks. He fucking feuds with CM Punk. He fucking sucks. I can't believe he's the champ. Jeff Hardy's in today. I love Jeff Hardy. Da, da, da. listen, I've always hated Jeff Hardy. It doesn't matter what fucking company he comes to. He came to New Japan. New Japan's one of my favorite companies in the world, and it's the best wrestling company in the world. And Jeff Hardy fucking sucked. Put Jeff Hardy anywhere. Shouldn't. You should be focusing on it. And then also people go up and down. You know, like example, Mr. Anderson at one time had the brightest potential future in the world. I'm not gonna fucking root for Mr. Anderson. He's a bag of shit now. But yeah, the problem a lot of people see, but a lot of people won't check TNA out. How many fans do you go, oh, I fucking thought TNA sucked this week. Well, you're a fucking WWE fanboy. Actually, no, I'm a New Japan fanboy. Oh, I don't fucking watch that. Oh, so it's almost like Democrats and Republicans. They're fucking retarded. They're retarded. Yeah, you should watch as much wrestling as you want, be a fan of it, but yeah, I could see not watching it. So, there you go. TNA should take advantage of Petey Williams' retirement. Williams retired this past weekend against Chris Sabin in Detroit. I know, it's just sad what TNA has become. I have no fucking idea why Petey Williams was ever gotten rid of. He had one of the best finishers ever, over with the crowd, could put on great matches, and then he's like, go leave, become a bodybuilder, oh, be Scott Steiner's bitch, oh, just go away. I don't fucking get it. I don't understand why they let fucking great talent go, and Chris Sabin, too. You know, it's like, oh, Chris Sabin, you're not Daniel Bryan. A lot of people ain't Daniel Bryan. Why the fuck should Chris Sabin have to pay for that? All right. Tiffy Nickety. Kenta needs Alana, not a Tori Wilson, to help him relate to American fans. I hope so. I just hope, you know what? I'm going to be completely honest. I wear my heart on my sleeve. If Kenta fails at WWE and he's just a joke of a Japanese wrestler like they've done so many before, it's going to really crush me and break my fucking heart. It's just, I can't fucking take it. You know what I mean? I just can't. I hope Kenta gets a mouthpiece, and I hope Kenta gets fucking pushed to the moon. But who knows? Sometimes just great wrestlers don't get over. Like, a lot of people make fun of Sin Cara, but Sin Cara was the Michael Jordan of fucking lucha wrestling. A lot of people are, oh, Sin Cara, he sucks. If you think Sin Cara sucks, and you say you like lucha, you're full of shit. You're full of fucking shit. Did Sin Cara have the worst fucking bad luck timing? It's the perfect storm. His attitude, WWE's attitude, WWE's lack of knowledge of lucha. It was a perfect storm of just complete failure. But, you know, Kenta could go that way too. You know, I have no idea. I'm really scared about Kenta's future. I am. I almost don't want him to go. I'd rather have Kenta not know what it's like to be in WWE than fail. I mean, he fucking literally carried Noah to new heights. Noah was in a lot of trouble, carried the company, one of the greatest wrestlers ever. CM Punk, all these guys still... Tiffany, I'm going to be completely honest. If Kenta fails, I'm going to be fucking completely heartbroken. And you know what? Just, let's put it this way. Let's just, like... I'm going to say something that's not politically correct, but it's completely honest. If Kenta fails, don't even bother with minorities anymore. Don't even bother fucking... Just have fucking your white federation. Don't bother. Unfucking believable. Mr. the King. If they want proof that old TNA is better, show them a spot of Petey Williams jumping off top ropes and nail the Canadian Destroyer on AJ Styles. Dude, just... Oh my god, there's so much great shit that these fans don't fucking know. They blindly defend Impact Wrestling and they don't know how fucking good TNA was. Just go back. Watch Samoa Joe, AJ Styles. Just go back and watch it. Just go back. Just go back and watch it. There's so many. One of my favorite TNA matches of all time was America's Most Wanted versus Triple X. 6 sides. It's just, you have no idea how good they used to be. TNA doesn't know how good they used to be. WWE has dropped the ball on so many talents over the years. Yes, they have. But so has TNA. Let's not fucking throw the, you know, Okada, greatest pro wrestler in the world right now. CM Punk. These guys went through TNA. They had access to Daniel Bryan. You know, so don't act like TNA hasn't dropped the ball on talent. TNA has dropped the ball on plenty of fucking talent. So, yeah, WWE and TNA have both dropped huge balls on talent. It's just sad, just absolutely sad. But yeah, hopefully Kenta does good. Hopefully Sonata does good. Hopefully, they get people. I don't even know what to say anymore, dude. It's just kind of depressing. Um, Mike Ashby, Coco Sports Pro Rest, great discussion. Or Coco Sports Great Pro Rest discussion. Sorry. With the new product being heavily pushed for New York City shows in Tokyo, Japan, what key factors would you take to repackage this new era of TNA? Honestly, I would just get rid of all the expensive guys. I would get rid of all the expensive guys and just fucking start fresh. I guarantee if you went to TNA, you went to TNA and said, I'm going to cut the top 5 moneymakers. Just whoever, not moneymakers, that's better. Whoever makes the most money, I'm just cutting the top 5. Christy Hemme, Jeff Hardy, Kurt Angle, all those guys, just completely gone. And then go sign a few key indie fucking guys to take their place at way less of a price. The product would be a million times better. Focus on pro wrestling, focus on the X division, because people will get up and leave, and everyone's like, oh, TNA in Tokyo, it's going to be a great deal. Wrestle One is a 5th-tier company that just drew 750 people. The day of the event, in the same exact building, New Japan is going to be running an event. It's not as easy as people think. The problem with running in Tokyo is the population's here, the wrestling fans are here. There's so many options. So many options. And hopefully TNA can pull it off. But yeah, I don't know. I would just rebuild it and be what it was. Dude, you spent all this money. You spent this money on Hogan. You spent this money on Angle. You spent this money on Jeff Hardy. You spent this money on Christy Hemme. And what the fuck has it got you? Wouldn't you rather be a 1.0 company that fans enjoy and get behind and you make a profit than a 1.0 fucking here's the Hardys, here's Hogan, Dixie Carter, you are definitely no fucking Ted Turner. Sorry. Yeah. I actually think the worse TNA does business-wise, the better the product becomes. Because think about it. Look what Hulk Hogan said. Hulk Hogan would be like, oh, if money was no object, I'd bring over John Cena. Well then, alright. I give up. I wash my hands. Hogan has no fucking ideas. I don't know. I would literally, let's just fantasize this up a little bit. If I woke up and they're like, you are in charge of TNA, I'd be like, give me the 5 highest contracts, I'm cutting them, without even knowing who they are. Clash of Wrestling, CM Punk. Oh wait, hold on. Bam. All right, Clash of Kings. Thank you for so many comments. I don't see WWE doing anything great with Kenta. I know. Clash of Kings, it hurts so bad, but you're speaking the truth. Perfect example is how Sin Cara was hyped, then he just failed too fast. Yeah. That was a perfect storm of fail, though. I don't blame WWE. I don't blame Sin Cara. It was just like everyone in that relationship went out of their way to make sure it failed. I'd rather have Kenta stay and be more successful in Japan than come to WWE. Yeah. That is a very, very, very common thought here in Japan, to be honest. That's what a lot of the Japanese blogs are saying, but, Japan has straight up told them before they're racist, but they signed Kenta, they advertised they're doing it, they brought Hogan, and for the first time in a while, they sold out. So they did good in Japan, so hopefully they can keep it up. Maybe they will push Kenta. I mean, India, Japan, and some parts of Europe are the only places in the world where WWE is not number 1. And you fucking come to Japan and everyone thinks you're a fucking bag of racist. Will Beeman says, I like Sin Cara. He just won't make it in WWE because of Ray and Ultimo Dragon. They are done pushing the luchador image, seems like. I don't know about that, because you could sell a lot of masks. Sin Cara, the original Sin Cara, is back in Mexico, and now they have, fake Sin Cara, so to say, but they still sell lots of merchandise. I think Rey Mysterio, they're trying to force him to stay in the company, like legal-wise, because WWE has their contract. If you're injured too long or stay out too long, they got it. And Ultimo Dragon, yeah, that was just another sad situation. Just another sad situation. They're done posing the luchador image. Seems like no, they got luchadors. They still have Sin Cara. They just don't have the real Sin Cara. They're pushing luchadors in NXT. I don't think maybe Lucha the style is done, but not masks. I think they're still gonna have masked wrestlers. Maybe Lucha the style is done, but the thing is with Lucha the style, and I got this from Conan of MLW Radio, is that you need two people. You need a base and all that. It's just a different style of wrestling. So if you don't bring in multiple Lucha wrestlers, they're always gonna fail. CM Punk is not coming back, so fans need to stop all the CM Punk chants so much. You know what? I bring this up a lot. I don't think they're chanting for CM Punk to come back. If TNA was a legit competition, they'd be chanting TNA. I think it's the same reason they fucking chanted ECW. I think they're chanting it to say, hey, we know he's not coming back, or if he is coming back, we don't give a shit, we just don't believe it. We're chanting CM Punk because he stood for something. He stood for what we fucking want in a company. He stood for pro wrestling. It's kind of like, you know, it's like just like the ECW chants. Now, the thing that I do agree with, I don't agree with stopping the CM Punk chants. A lot of people are like, he's not coming back. No shit. No shit, he's not coming back. That's not the point. The point is you're upset. You know, there's fans at King of the Ring that were chanting, ECW, ECW. They knew ECW wasn't fucking showing up. They fucking knew that. They're upset with the product. The only problem that I have, though, is it seems sometimes that they chant CM Punk at matches that CM Punk would approve of, or like a CM Punk fan would like. You know, like if John Cena, Dave Bautista, Randy Orton's out there, and you Sheamus, Del Rio, and you start chanting CM Punk, oh, okay, that makes sense. You are not happy with the style of pro wrestling in the ring, but then you're like Dolph Ziggler versus Daniel Bryan or Cesaro, Dolph Ziggler versus Cesaro, and you're like CM Punk. You're like, dude, no, CM Punk would like this. He's probably at home in Chicago eating popcorn, watching this shit. So the CM Punk chants don't bother me at all, and I know he's not coming back, or if he does come back, it doesn't matter. You're not chanting for CM Punk to come back. You're chanting. And granted, I'm speaking as the mass. There might be a couple idiots that are like, if I chant CM Punk enough, they'll come back. But you know, he'll be fucking remembered forever. So I think the CM Punk chants are good at the right spots. At the right spots, CM Punk chants are good. But sometimes you're just like, really? No, this is a good match. What the fuck's going on? Really? So, I don't know. WWE will ruin Kenta. This is Mike Ashman. WWE will ruin Kenta. I know! It hurts so bad! Why are people reminding me? Majority of the new signed top indie and overseas talent they have scooped up to fill our performance center in NXT. We need territories promotions to work with each other again to bring back credible pro wrestling to the forefront. Yeah, but pro wrestling companies are very egotistical. I don't think that will ever happen. I don't know. It would be great. I mean, you get NWA, Ring of Honor, New Japan. Maybe that's what Jarrett's doing. You know, what if Jarrett came out and that's what he's doing? He's just going around. Like, you know, what? This is a lot of what ifs, but it would be great if Jeff Jarrett was like, you know what? This World Fusion bullshit's going to be. It's just going to be, hey, here's a New Japan match. Here's a Ring of Honor match. Here's a Pro Wrestling Guerrilla match. And it just combines, and it's a showcase. And maybe even NWA, Dragon Gate, you know, but it's a showcase. AAA, it's a showcase of pro wrestling around the world. That would be amazing. You know, so they could still have their egos, but to be on national television, they've got to put on not only, but then it would be competition. You know, let's say Ring of Honor puts on a great show, a great match. You don't think New Japan's going to want to do that? I don't know. I always thought it would be like that. I always wanted to do something like that in Florida. Me and Nasty Boy Jerry Saggs, we would always be talking about, like, what if we just made a wrestling company where we invited other promotions to showcase their shit? I was like, that would be awesome. It went nowhere fast, but it would have been awesome. But hopefully maybe he's stealing me and Jerry Saggs' idea. You know, I always thought about maybe starting promotion again, but having it as a showcase for the world to see. But it takes a lot of money and effort, and I'm poor and not really that fucking motivated to do it, to be honest. Mr. The King, just want to make it known Tajiri had the sickest move set, Green Mist, and Crazy, and the Buzzsaw Kick. That was my favorite cruiserweight, in my opinion. I love Tajiri. Tajiri is one of my favorite fucking pro wrestlers of all time. He's great in ECW. But yeah. So, yeah, I like Tajiri. I don't know if he's my favorite cruiserweight of all time, but he's really one of my favorites. All right. Any more live comments? Thank you so much for all those that left live comments. Bam. Bam. All right. I'll do some plugs real quick. If you get some live comments in during the plugs, I'll answer them after the plugs. Go to Kocosports.com, Kocosports.com. It's where the world comes to kick ass, your home for combat sports, and where it's okay to be a passionate fan. I hope one day that our site that we're working hard on, thank you, Jerry, thank you, David Cooey, that I hope one day that site will be your #1 stop for combat sports news and pro wrestling, as also this YouTube channel. Please like, comment, subscribe, the usual. And also, me and Boom Boom last week did a show. I'll put a link down in the doobly-doo where you can vote for who will be our Coco Sports Internet champion. And if you have an extra $24.99 and you like supporting fat guys yelling about pro wrestling, we have a sweet deal for you, Internet Infantry shirt. We did a Q&A, earlier today, yesterday, I don't know. It's so weird with American time, USA time, but please check out those other videos. Really appreciate it. I will be doing an NXT review. I haven't watched it yet, so I'm one of those weird guys that actually watch the show before reviewing it. I'm not calling out other YouTubers, but sometimes you might not be watching what you're reviewing, and what's the point? All right, so thank you for all the live comments. Thank you for everything. Check out Kocosports.com. Let's go see if there's any new live comments. Bam! All right, here we go. Live comments. Thank you so much for all the live comments. It really does mean a lot. Just want to make it known. Oh, I got that one. CM Punk had good intentions, but was driven by greed. He can go fuck himself. I don't understand why he's driven by greed. Why was he driven by greed? Mr. The King says he was driven by greed. I don't understand that statement at all. I don't believe so. I'm a huge CM Punk fan, and I don't understand why he would be driven by greed. Why? I mean, is there something you know that I don't know? He walked out on tons of money. He walked out because he fucking didn't like it. All these people that hate on CM Punk, are you on your first wife? Are you on your first job? Have you ever quit a job? I don't know. I don't hate people that quit their job. I don't. If you're not happy, life is too short. If you're not happy, don't do what you're doing. I mean, he had enough money, he had fuck you money, he could leave. I think greedy would be staying and just taking contracts and mailing it in and doing nothing. Plus, he stood up for something. How many fucking wrestlers stand up for something? None. Trust me, not many at all. Yeah, if you could just go in more detail why you think he's greedy, that'd be great. Because I don't see it. I don't see it at all. But I'm a huge CM Punk fan, so, you know, and I'll badmouth CM Punk. Is he a jerk-off asshole? Yeah. But, you know, why quitting a job is a bad thing? I don't understand that. You know, filling up your contract. And my whole thing is, I always wondered what's in his contract. Like, no one ever mentions that part. Everyone's like, he fucking quit, he had a contract. Well, I've signed a lot of contracts, and the first thing I talk about in every contract, especially if you're a writer or if you're, you always ask, what is the exit strategy? If I don't enjoy, especially like big websites, if you work for big websites, if you work for entertainment, television, radio, if you work as a writer, you know, one thing you negotiate once you have a little bit of pull is exit strategy. No one ever mentions that. And I always wondered that. You know, maybe he did say, fuck it, I'm fucking leaving. But, you know, and then we go into a lot of contract talks and all that, but, you know, I don't know. I think a lot of people fucking that say he's a fucking asshole piece of shit, I wonder if you're still on your first wife. I wonder if you've never quit a job. But, you know, like, I know I know a million fucking indie wrestlers that are like, what the fuck? I'd suck Triple H off. I'd never fucking do that. How unprofessional. And I'd be like, yeah, I remember you no-showed a show in Miami because you were tired. I remember you no-showed a you know what I mean? So I don't understand why he's greedy. He can go fuck himself. I don't share that. I don't. Like, why is he greedy? Greedy would be staying for the fucking money, doing absolutely nothing in the back, just collecting that paycheck. Standing up for yourself and standing up for something is not greedy. I don't know. Maybe we just come from different generations. But, dude, a lot of people, your job is your life. And in Japan, your job is your life. If you're not happy, dude, find another job. And I know jobs are tough to come by. But if you can find an alternative, if you have enough money where you can stay home and watch your kids and talk shit on YouTube, do it. Life's too short to fucking be a corporate bitch your whole life. You know, to steal a line from Jim Carrey, you know, Jim Carrey gives this great speech, and he's like, you can do everything right. And he said his father did everything right. Never went to be a comedian, never chased his dream, just did everything safe. And when he was 12 years old, he lost his job, just cut him, fired him. You know, WWE cuts and fires people all the time. And what Jim Carrey said is what he learned was, yeah, you can do everything right and still be fucked. You can still be safe and still be fucked. So why not do what you want to do? I don't know. This got way too deep, but I don't understand why he's greedy. Clash of Kings. LB, Clash of Kings. WWE Network, failure or success? That's a tough call. That's a fucking show and a half. I honestly think in the long term it's a success. I think the only reason it is a failure is because they misinformed their public stock. I think publicly it's a failure. You know, because it's funny, they have so many more subscribers than Fight Pass, but Fight Pass didn't promise anything, and everyone thinks Fight Pass is a success. That's UFC's network. And Dana White in a post-conference even said, oh, start small and just build up from there, and everyone's like, wow, you're impressed. I think WWE, you know, Vince is awesome at hyping stuff, but when you're a publicly traded company, you can't, your hypes start becoming lies. You know, so there you go. Let's see. I think it's going to be a success in the long run. I honestly do. I think it's a failure because they overhyped it. If they didn't overhype it, no one would be talking about a failure. You know, but you're like, we're going to have 1 million, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and it just doesn't come through. It's like, yeah. So, I don't know. I think it's only a failure because they overhyped it. And do you think WWE is getting desperate now? Oh yeah, they're definitely getting desperate because they care about their reputation, and they're losing tons of money because they're a publicly traded company. That they get an amount of subscribers they hope for? Yeah, definitely. And I think, you know when they're going to be really desperate? And a desperate WWE is bad for Vince and stockholders. A desperate WWE is awesome for fans. Just purely fucking awesome. When they go international, network get better or worse. Subscriber-wise, it'll get a lot better, without a doubt. So yeah, I guess I don't think the product's going to change that much. I mean, it would be great. And one thing that UFC is doing at Fight Pass, I wish they did. UFC is picking up judo, amateur wrestling. You know, this is all stuff in the works. Taekwondo, all different martial arts. They're getting BJJ on it. They're trying to get women's on it. They're getting all their alternatives, and they're becoming a pay-per-view legit option. If I was WWE, I know they have an ego and won't fucking help other people, but can you imagine? Oh, $9.99, you get Ring of Honor. You get Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. You know, that would be content that they don't have. I think eventually it will get better, but right now I think. All right. TNA. All right. Oops. Do you think Kenta will use stolen moves in WWE? His stolen moves in WWE? I hope so. You know, fucking, they're his fucking moves. You know, it's dude. How shitty would it be to be Kenta? You get signed to WWE and they're like, oh, you can't use Go to Sleep. Oh, you can't use that. Like the moves that he fucking made famous and created, he can't use. You know what? It sounds like Tiffany. It sounds like such a ridiculous question, but then you realize how ridiculous WWE is, and that could be a legit question. Will he be allowed to use Go to Sleep? I think since CM Punk walked out, they're going to let him use it. TNA needs to go back to the roots ASAP. I agree. To save, this is from Mike Ashman, to save the life of the product and stay far away from trying to compete as #1 sports entertainment promotions. I agree. TNA needs to, because they're only getting a 1.0. You might as well be yourself. You know, it's kind of like, here you go. You know, you could be, like, here's an example. You know, a lot of people make fun of me because I used to be on radio and television, now do YouTube. But here's the thing, I can do YouTube whenever the fuck I want, and if I get a big enough audience, I can get paid more. So why wouldn't I do that? Now, my whole thing is, if you're getting a 1.0 no matter what, why not do what the fuck you want to do? Do what your fans want to do. I don't understand. I don't understand being the #2 WWE, being the #1 TNA. TNA returns to indie booking style of talent like the early days where if you never knew who was booked on the next show. Yeah, those were good times, the $10 pay-per-views. They have the homegrown talent and top touring indie talent and acknowledge the credibility of the performers. I agree Jarrett must pull a fast one with GFW bringing a working agreement with a handful of promotions. And yeah, I hope so. I hope so. I mean, New Japan, AAA. I mean, I don't know. A lot of people are praising Jarrett and shitting on Jarrett, where to me, Jarrett's just a huge mystery. But we have dreams. We have dreams. LB Clash of Kings. TNA, do you think Spike TV will renew their TV deal if the New York City tapings do very well? I hope so for TNA's sake. Right now, Jim Ross is reporting that even if TNA doesn't sign a new contract, they're just going to keep Impact Wrestling on. They're just not going to have a contract, which is good and bad because, you know, at any moment they'd be like, oh, you're fucking fired. You're gone. So hopefully they renew a deal, and hopefully Spike comes by and says, hey, you know, this is what I'm hoping. A point can dream. They go back to what TNA made TNA great. They stay in New York City, and they do live shows. That's it. That's what I hope. I think that's the most successful. Now, some of it's expensive. Some of it you need help with Spike TV, but that would be great. And I would even do this. Like, this is just me. I would do where everything, the new Impact Zone is the Manhattan Center. Every week live, pay-per-views always overseas. They do good overseas. So, like, a pay-per-view would go to England, a pay-per-view would go to Japan, a pay-per-view would go to India. That's what I would do. But, you know, I don't know if they're in that position. I know Spike TV has a lot of money. He wanted to be #1. That's all I like. That's all I like CM Punk, by the way. All right. If you're passionate about wrestling, why is being #1 such an issue if the fans think you're #1? He left because he was getting he was not getting the John Cena treatment. Yeah, but you also got to put yourself in that shoes. Now remember, I don't know if you've ever worked at a job where you've been #1, but can you imagine being the best wrestler, the best promo, the best everything, and you're still treated like shit? Why would you want to work for that company? I was a teacher, and I was their best teacher by far. By far. Leaps and bounds. No one was better than me. And they treated me like shit. There was people that were paid more than me. There was people that... And I left. And when I left, I went to another school and became Teacher of the Year. Why would you want to stay where you could be #1? And my whole thing is, I think not even being #1 was that big a deal to him. Having the opportunity to be legit #1. You know, I mean, if you go back to his Comic-Con thing, I mean, there's not much CM Punk. Go back and watch his Comic-Con thing. That does not sound like a man that wants to be #1. That sounds like a man that just wants an opportunity and wants Daniel Bryan to have an opportunity and wants Cesaro to be an opportunity. So, I don't know. I mean, Mr. the King, I don't mean to knock you, but have you ever been the best at a job and not being treated good? Who the fuck wants that? Who wants that? Daniel Bryan literally broke his fucking neck for the company. And they barely gave him anything they give John Cena. Who the fuck wants to work for that company? If Jarrett, TNA, WCW, if there was a legit competition, why the fuck would Dolph Ziggler stay? Why would CM Punk stay? Why would Daniel Bryan stay? So being #1 is a bad thing now? I don't know. If you are passionate about... Oh, okay, we done. Boom Boom 418. Hey, Boom Boom. Man, Boom Boom, haven't done a show together in like 27 years. We have to get the band back together. Maybe we'll do a Stump the Idiot. Boom Boom, I miss you so much. It hurts. Boom Boom did do a Raw review with Martin Dunn. Go check that out. Also, go vote, go vote. Boom Boom and me have it up. Right now, I do believe Dolph Ziggler is in the lead. All right, Dave, do you feel allowing a wrestler to cash in the X Division title shot for a heavyweight title devalues the X Division? Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. It was good the first time, but not only that, it devalues the belts. The X Division title doesn't seem, it's just a stepping stone now. There was a time when AJ Styles and Jeff Jarrett had both titles, and the TNA fans used to love arguing which title meant more. There was a time where the X Division title meant more than the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. There was a time where the X Division title meant more than the TNA Heavyweight Championship. Now it's just like, oh, here you go. Here's a stepping stone. Like, example, when Austin Aries, my body, my vote, when he won the title tonight, they didn't even make a big deal about him winning the X Division title. They didn't. They said, oh, now if he holds on to that piece of fucking scrap iron and leather, if he holds on to that piece of shit title, he can go for the real title. Yeah, I think it destroys the X Division, but I'm only commenting, so you have to read another comment. LOL, hashtag asshole. Will Beeman, I tip my hat to you, sir. I tip my hat to you. All right, I think that's it. Yeah, Will Beeman, I think hashtag asshole is how we're going to go out. I'm going to go watch NXT. I'm going to go talk to Boom Boom. Maybe we'll do a Stump the Idiot. Maybe we'll do a news show. I don't know. There will be another show within 24 hours, maybe 2 more shows. But I definitely do have to watch NXT. Thank you for all those that come watch live and leave comments. Hopefully we can keep growing and we'll be your #1 spot for wrestling reviews. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but someone told me that there's other people that do reviews on YouTube. It shattered me. I thought this was a groundbreaking idea. And hopefully one day Kocosports.com and this YouTube channel will become your #1 stop for combat sports. All right. Go to Kocosports.com! We will be back with a bunch of shows, I assure you. With that, I am over.